And in a state of grace, one is always, always creating a transformational field that's experienced by all of creation. It's a transformational field that is always lifting up. Now, what is grace? I can only answer in part. I mean, I don't have the whole answer what grace is or how it works. But when I do, I'm writing a great book. But what is grace? Grace bestowed is giving without expectation of anything in return. And grace received is your life transformed before you even asked. Maybe even before you knew that it was possible or beneficial to be transformed. That's grace received. So at level 1,000, one is creating this constant transformational field of grace. But here's the really good news. You don't need to be at level 1,000 right now to bestow true measures of grace. You bestow measures of true grace right now, right where you are, as you are, without any necessity of raising any higher. You do this every time that you have given anything to anyone without expecting something in return. I want you to recall a time right now, close your eyes for a moment, just recall a time that you did that you gave something to someone without any thought of anything in return. That is a moment of spiritual mastery. That is spiritual mastery. You have the spiritual mastery. You may open your eyes. The Sufi poet Hafiz wrote about this experience in his poem called The Jeweler. He writes, if a naive and desperate man, now I'm going to set this up, I want you to picture this. Let's go back to ancient Persia, okay? Nice buildings, because they were pretty advanced in their culture. Maybe some dusty streets, but streets nonetheless very well laid out. And there's a man who is in desperation financially. He has a precious gemstone in his hand. And there is one jeweler in the city. You got the picture? If a naive and desperate man brings a precious stone to the only jeweler in town wanting to sell it, the jeweler's eyes will begin to play a game. Like most eyes in the world when they look at you. The jeweler's face will stay calm. He will not want to reveal the stone's true value, but to hold the man captive to fear and greed, while he calculates the true value of the transaction. But one moment with me, my dear, will show you that there is nothing Hafiz wants from you. When you sit before a master like me, even if you are a drooling mess, my eyes will sing with excitement. They see your divine worth. Even if you are a drooling mess, my eyes will sing with excitement. They see your divine worth. On page 2 of your bulletin, we have those last lines. First of all, I want you to pair up. Pair up. Everybody you need a partner. can do this quickly. We're short a high order level of intelligence here. So pair up. Is there anybody that doesn't have a partner? There's one back here. Okay, now, even as we're pairing up, all right, who wants to be the drooling mess? Raise your hand in partnership with somebody. Okay, good. All right, so you decided which one of you is the drooling mess. The other of you is the master. And I want you to take a moment. Take a moment. Take on your role. Take on your role. All right? And now, the master looks into the eyes of the other, and from your heart, share these words, inserting your name. Do it now. I think you're complete, yes. I didn't give you the whole book. But give them a chance to talk. You're all ministers. All right. Let's come back together. The masters, and this is a rhetorical question. The masters, I hope you allowed yourself the feeling of being a spiritual master, of being a spiritual master. Because you are. You are that. And the drooling mess. What did it feel like to receive this gift? To be seen in your complete divinity. I hope you accepted that gift without reservation. See, what Hafiz was saying is, don't look at me, the great master, and what I can do and you're not. That wasn't his message at all. Hafiz was saying, look how easy this is to do. It's so simple. Open your eyes to see what's really there. Open your heart to feel what you want to receive. And enjoy it. It's so easy, he is saying, to be a master. And Jesus said the same thing. He said, my yoke is easy. It's easy. Think for a moment how much lower level energy it takes when you give a gift and you expect a return. You have to give us like you're sitting at home. They should be calling any minute now to thank me. Or I know when I go out to the mailbox today, there's going to be a thank you card. Because I deserve it. I was good. I gave you something. You're going to thank me. You're welcome. How much energy does that take? A lot. And it doesn't feel good. It feels yucky. It's yucky energy. But when you give something freely, without reservation, you just give it. And then you get to sit back and enjoy this wonderful envelope of warmth that you've immersed yourself in. Nothing more need happen. It's already done. It's already complete. Spiritual master. You are a spiritual master. Embrace the power of your presence and who you are. Embrace it. I just said embrace your power. What is that power? This is what Dr. Hawkins' research has provided. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of optimism and a willingness to be non-judgmental, that's everyone sitting in this room. Non-judgmental of others will counterbalance the negativity of 90,000 individuals who calibrate at the lower weakening levels. 90,000 people that you are counterbalancing at this moment. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy level of pure love and reverence for all of life will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 individuals calibrating at the lower weakening levels. Notice he never says you're not lesser people. You're not bad people. They're simply people who are currently calibrating at a lower level. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of illumination, bliss, and infinite peace will counterbalance the negativity of 10 million people who calibrate at the lower levels. Approximately 22 such sages are alive today. One individual who lives and vibrates to the energy of grace, pure spirit, beyond the body in a world of non-duality or complete oneness will counterbalance the negativity of 70 million people. He says approximately 10 such sages are alive today. We can join them. You can join them. We now return to Jerusalem, where we began. A carpenter is riding into the city on a donkey, and people are beside themselves in ecstasy. So what is going on? What is actually happening? Here's what I believe. Jesus rides into town holding a vibrational consciousness of 1,000 and above. He was transforming the consciousness, counterbalancing the energies of thousands, 10,000s, possibly millions of people. And it is that energy field that lifted them up. And you are riding that proverbial donkey now. You are on the same path as Jesus. You share the same mission in the world. You are lifting up 90,000 or more as you are, doing nothing else but being who you are. Now you might think, well, but what about acting? And we are in the world to act. That's why we have arms and hands and legs and feet. We are in this world to be and move. So simply being, you will lift people up and affect people's consciousness, bringing them into a greater level of positivity, and it's likely going to be on a subconscious level. They may not even be aware of it. But when you couple your positivity and your love with right action, then people become conscious of what's going on. And I invite you to try it this Easter week. This week, next 7 days. Every time that you're out and about, especially on the street, it's kind of easy you can do this at the counter with the clerks. I mean, that's easier for us because you're in a transaction. When you're walking down the street and you encounter somebody on the street, make eye contact and say good morning, good afternoon, or just a friendly hello. And feel their energy rise. You will feel it rise. They will have a clearer idea of who they are. They will instantly get who you are